So social media is ruining your photography. And I'm not talking about compressing your photos. I'm not talking about AI creating photos. And I'm not even talking necessarily about fake influencers. So aside from the fact that social media isn't really social at all anymore, I also think that it's possibly ruining your photography. And I have a story to explain why. So last week I was taking some photos for a senior at the University of Tennessee. I wasn't all that familiar with the campus, so I told the client, hey, I will go wherever you want to go. You lead, I'll follow, and we'll take photos. So she had like 4 or 5 spots that she wanted to take photos of. Come to find out, these are 4 or 5 places that have become popular on this campus because of social media, and that's where the problem arises. We get to the first spot, and there's a line of people waiting to take a photo in this singular hallway. Actually, it's the singular opening of this particular building. So we waited for about 45 minutes and we made it to about 6 or 7 back from the line. We realized that most people were taking somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes per photo. So instead of waiting an additional hour for this one spot, we decided to move to the next spot. Trouble with that was, you guessed it, more people in line. So this was the theme for all of these spots, and these all became a popular destination because someone somewhere liked something they saw on social media. So to round that story out, ultimately we ended up with photos that the client was happy with, and the session went fine. However, the whole ride home, I was thinking about all of the photos that we missed. There were so many really good photo opportunities and photo areas in and amongst that campus that for whatever reason didn't catch people's eye. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they weren't the popular social media spot. But again, I wasn't that familiar with the campus and I was there to please the client. The client wanted the photos at these 5 spots. So that's what we tried to do. And this isn't just with senior photos. This is with national parks. This is with vacations. Literally, if you were to search Yellowstone National Park, you're going to be flooded with the same photos that everyone has taken, just with their own camera. And there is definitely something to be said about drawing inspiration from photos that you see, that you like, that perhaps you would like to challenge yourself with recreating. However, I think we do ourselves a great disservice on the creative side if all we ever do is take the photos that we've seen. For instance, like I said, there were so many great photo opportunities over here, over there, behind this, behind that we never took because we were waiting in line for the 4 to 5 places that everybody and literally their mother wanted photos of. Okay, Editor Jared here wants to clarify, yes, I know that I could have said, hey, why don't we pop over here and take photos here because it looks really good. But the issue is you lose your place in line. So by doing that, I would have 1000% ensured that we were definitely not going to get these photos that the client wanted. So this instance was a specifically difficult situation to try and balance using my photographic eye and expertise, but also trying to please the client. That's it. And by no means am I saying that you shouldn't take to social media or that you shouldn't draw inspiration from other photographers because someone great and smart way before me said that an original thought is simply a forgotten source. I believe that. I don't think there's anything necessarily truly original today, but I do think that you do yourself a great disservice, specifically on the creative side, if all you're doing is trying to get the photo that you saw someone else get, because you are one of 8+ billion. That means you're unique and you have a unique creative eye and you have a unique creative thought. So I think you should let your creative juices flow and maybe not try to get the same photo that you've seen thousands of other photographers get. So I would like to issue a challenge to you. The next time that you go somewhere popular or somewhere very photogenic, It's fine to be drawn to that area and to gather inspiration from other photographers that you've seen. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't try to get that photo that you saw. There are photos that I have in my phone that if I'm ever at these places, I'm definitely going to try to get. But I think you should turn around. I think you should look around. I think you should allow yourself to see the area through your eyes, and perhaps you can see something that you've not seen on social media that really draws your eye to it. Just look around, because a great photo might be right under your nose. And if all you're ever doing is chasing the photo that you've seen, you may very well be missing the forest for the trees. Or missing a great photo because you're chasing some sort of Instagram clout. If that's still a thing. And with that, keep shooting, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. And I'm not sure, but I think the autofocus may have screwed up this entire time. I think it's focused on my mic. And if it is, then I'm going to reshoot this whole thing.